feel? How do you view that Buffalo-New England rivalry? What does that look like? And do you feel like the Bills have something to prove within that own division still, or no?
Well, the Bills every year has something to prove, and it's not to the world, it's to ourselves. Every year that we get better, our opponents and the people that circle us on the depth chart just gets harder. And the Patriots and all of those teams, they've been great for a long time. And I don't want to say it's the Bills' time now. I mean, it's always been, but we just have a different swagger going into every game with just confidence that we know what type of tools and we know our offense, we know our playbook, we know our coach, and we know how Bills football is supposed to be played. So when we step on that field, it's just a confidence thing.
The Bills have 4 games in prime time with only one of them in Buffalo. What'd you make of that? The Bills getting only 4 primetime games despite being the Super Bowl contender and a team that went all the way to the AFC Championship game last year.
So I'm going to just be completely honest with you because that's the only way you should be in life, right? So at first, when I seen that schedule, I was like, dang, bro, these people do not respect the Bills. It's crazy, dang, all these teams got this and that and this and that. But then it kind of hit me, and I was like, yo, I've been here for going on 5 seasons now. And I'm like, 2 years ago, the Buffalo Bills, they have no primetime games. So whether we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I see it as a win. Because either way, primetime world is going to see the primetime Bills. And not to be cocky about it, but we didn't have nothing back in the day. So we're continuing to fight for the respect that the Buffalo Bills needs. And look, we're all good for it. I'm okay with being the underdog. I wasn't a first-round overall pick, and we only have a couple of them. And look, and we still make it shake. So, primetime Bills, whatever you want to call it, listen, 1 is better than none, and there's some teams that have 0. So 4 is better than 0. You feel me?
But Marcus Peters recently said to Aqib Talib that Josh Allen, your quarterback, is the biggest trash talker he has gone against. And he absolutely loves the trash talk that Josh Allen brings. You'll lead us in a little bit into the type of trash talker your quarterback is.
Well, the overall aspect of it, if you're a true competitor and you ain't talking smack, what are you really doing? You're supposed to leave an impact on and the field. And Josh is just one of those dudes. If you tackle him, or let's say he gets sacked, whoop-de-doo, he gonna talk his stuff, and he gonna say, "Yep, well, good luck, congratulations, you got here, but it was on luck." And then if Josh is running dudes over or stiff-arming dudes, he's literally causing fights, and then here comes the O-line to back him up. But it's more so our young brother just showing his passion, and then his bigger brothers, which are the 300+ pound guys, marching over hey, just let him talk his stuff. Get back on the line and watch him throw a dime right over your head. So, but Josh is definitely that chat guy.
Yeah, Marcus, obviously the Chiefs king in the AFC, but which of these 2 teams in the Bills and the Browns do you like better heading into the season?
It's the Browns, and I can't believe I'm saying it. And for the sake of Buffalo Bills Mafia, don't hate me. But it's that Baker Mayfield is not going to have to be in the MVP conversation for the Cleveland Browns to make a Super Bowl run. Josh Allen will be. He'll have to be in the MVP conversation if the Buffalo Bills are going to win a Super Bowl. He's more insulated, and that's not a shot at Baker Mayfield. That is how Stefanski has set this offense up.
Well, I think both of these teams are very good. I want to put that out there first. I think Marcus and I are both a little bit afraid of their fan bases also. But I side with Buffalo, Marcus. They're very passionate, Bills Mafia and Browns fans. I side with Buffalo for a couple of reasons. I think the Browns defense could be great, but I got to see it first. Right now, they're really great on paper, but this is a completely remade defense in Cleveland. And then on the other side of the football, you're right. Cleveland has the better offensive line, still has an incredible group of wide receivers. I mean, you're right about Josh Allen doing more in that offense or having to do more, but it's not like he doesn't have help. And on top of that, he's coming off of a season where he was a viable MVP candidate, and they kept both of their coordinators, which I didn't think was possible. So I lean Buffalo, but I think these teams are 2 and 3 in the AFC behind Kansas City.
I haven't reached the mountaintop yet. I always aim high. I want 5 Super Bowl rings. All right, so Ryan, will Diggs be able to back up the talk that he has here?
Well, he's talking about his wants. I want to be Phil Yates, but that doesn't mean I'm ever going to be able to accomplish it.
Aim higher.
You know, I would love to be able to etch a sketch like Mina Kimes. That doesn't mean I have the dexterity. And so for me, I can say what I want to do, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. But one thing that Stephon Diggs can do, he can back up those type of wants, those type of goals with the type of play we saw last year in his first year in Buffalo. And listen, he's playing in a place that didn't necessarily go to 5 Super Bowls, but they went to 4. So they had that opportunity. The problem is this. The New England Patriots, Tom Brady, and Bill Belichick have messed it up for all of us. We think that jump just happened, that you could just win 5 or 6 championships. That's not the way real life works. There's a reason that he's the GOAT, Tom Brady. There's a reason that the organization, the New England Patriots, is the best in the last 20 years or maybe ever in sports, because what they have done is the anomaly.
Yeah, Ryan, the Bills are absolutely built to win. They have done everything right, but kind of like Phil Mickelson in the Tiger Woods era, like sometimes you're just up against something bigger than you, and that's the problem here. Is Patrick Mahomes going to be the next true dynasty? And if that's the case, Stephon Diggs, while being an ultra-talented guy and an ultra-talented team, might have situations that keep him from getting there. So to me, it's not a matter of whether Stephon Diggs, I love hearing his aspirations. I think it's great. It's, you know, it's something to aspire to. That said, it's going to be very tricky for him to get that kind of success, really even half of that success, let's say, in a conference where Patrick Mahomes has the potential to run the show for a decade.
Yeah, so Mina, before you can get to 5, you got to get to 1. And do you think the Bills this year are a team that is equipped to maybe challenge the Kansas City Chiefs, who right now on paper look to be the presumptive favorites?
I do. I think the Bills are absolutely Super Bowl contenders. I still think Kansas City is a favorite. I probably will, as long as Patrick Mahomes walks this earth, quite frankly. But the Bills are built to win now. They obviously have the benefit of Josh Allen still being on his rookie contract, and there's reason to believe they're not going to regress next year. Look, is Josh Allen still going to play like an MVP? Probably not, because most quarterbacks don't repeat that kind of performance year to year, but he's obviously going to be very good. The offense retained all of the key players, notably their offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. But what I think is most important for Buffalo is the defense, because people forget this defense was not good for much of the season last year. It took them a long time to round into form, especially the run defense and that front 7. They have a very good secondary. What did they do in the draft? They got 2 pass rushers, Greg Rousseau and Boogie Basham. If one of them hits, I think that front 7 will improve. And that really is all it takes, because this is a roster that from top to bottom is, along with, I'd say, Cleveland, the best in the AFC.
Well, Mina, to your point about Josh Allen improving from last year, even maintaining it, no quarterback saw a larger increase in QBR from 2019 to 2020. So to do it again, that would be very, very impressive for the already impressive.